Hello, and welcome back to the Late Night Double Feature Picture Show. So I realize it's been quite some time since I posted a video, I think nearly a month, and that was unintentional. I didn't intend to go this long without posting something, and not exactly sure why it's taken me so long to get back to posting a video. Just it was the holidays, and then post-holidays, and things just happened. So anyway, I wanted to post a quick video, a little different than what I normally do. I have with me here some recent pickups, things I've purchased related to my collection. And so I thought I'd come on and create a video and share this stuff really quickly. You'll see that not everything I purchased kind of falls into the categories of films that Pete and I, or I myself on my own, have spoken about. Right, the focus of a lot of the reviews that we've done have been 50s and 60s horror and sci-fi, and then kind of solo by myself, I've done some 70s and 80s reviews, but a lot of that also kind of horror and sci-fi. Some of what I'm about to show you still falls into that category, but as you'll see, not all of it. So let's get going. So the first one I'll share with you is something that I picked up during the Severin Black Friday sale. So this goes back a little while. The film is Acción Mutante. It's a film by Alex de la Iglesia, a filmmaker whose work I really enjoy. So if you don't know, and pardon the reflection, if you don't know Alex's work, you should certainly check it out. So basically it says, before the Day of the Beast, Perdita Durango, and the HBO series 30 Coins. By the way, if you have not seen the HBO series 30 Coins, I highly recommend that also. Writer-director Alex de la Iglesia made his smash debut with this delightfully tasteless and ridiculously aggressive, crazy genius sci-fi classic you've probably never seen. In a dystopian future ruled by the wealthy and attractive, a deformed and disabled terrorist organization known as Mutant Action will kidnap an heiress, flee to a desolate mining planet, and trigger an intergalactic bloodbath of berserk vengeance. This particular release has 2 discs. One is Ultra HD, has an audio commentary by the director, writer, producer, production designers. Disc 2 is a Blu-ray and has a bunch of special features: Well Done Baloney, interview with director, Bad Blood, costumerism, and a bunch of other stuff. So interesting release, and something I have not seen yet, so at some point I'll probably do a review on this. Okay, next, also from Severin during their Black Friday sale, is the Dario Argento film, Four Flies on Grey Velvet. This was one that it took me a long time to kind of get around to seeing, and it was a few years ago that I finally saw it. Not my all-time favorite Dario Argento movie, but still a very good film. Again, this one has 3 discs, one of which is an Ultra HD, has audio commentary. Disc 2 is a Blu-ray, interview with Dario Argento and co-writer Luigi Cosi. And there's a second Blu-ray, second Blu-ray, with some additional special features. So this says, sorry if I'm too close there, the third feature from writer-director Dario Argento, the final film in his legendary Animal trilogy, has long been the least seen of his giallo classics until now. When a rock drummer accidentally kills a stranger, he'll unlock a nightmare of blackmail, paranoia, grisly murder that climaxes with arguably the most visually impressive sequence in any of Argento's movies. that's saying something, because Argento has some visually impressive stuff going on. So, again, from Seven during their November Black Friday sale. So I'm looking forward to watching that. And again, I'll probably do a review in the near future. This also is a film by Dario Argento, although one I have never seen. It's called The 5 Days. I did not, until I saw notification of this release, even realize that Dario Argento had ever made a film called The 5 Days. Says here, the American premiere of an infamous Lost Argento film with new special features and a soundtrack CD. After Four Flies on Grey Velvet, Dario Argento stepped away from Giallo to create what remains the only non-horror thriller and least seen film of his career. Set during 1848's five-day siege of Milan by Austrian army, a cynical thief teams with a naive young baker to survive the brutality and absurdity of Italian Revolution. So it's kind of indicated as a dark action comedy. So again, right, something that Dario Argento isn't really known for. So I'm really excited to watch this in the near future. 2 discs, Ultra HD disc with commentary by Troy Horwath, author of Murder by Design, The Unsane Cinema of Dario Argento. Second Blu-ray disc, second disc, which is a Blu-ray, which has a bunch of special features on it. So once again, looking forward to watching this, and at some point I'll probably do an extensive review on that. Here's one that I received as a Christmas gift at close range. Sean Penn and Christopher Walken, I think, a really underrated movie. It's been a while since I've seen it, but a film that I really remember enjoying. Basically what it says, a teenage farm boy looking for excitement finds himself on a collision course with a smooth-talking gang leader in this powerfully disturbing tale based on the story of real-life killer. Oscar winner Sean Penn, Christopher Walken star in this hot, horrifying saga of American corrupt family. Directed by James Foley, a really good director who I think doesn't get enough credit. So, at close range, an MVD Rewind classic release. If you've never seen it, I would give this one a watch. It does have some special features, audio commentary with James Foley, hosted by film historian Nick Redman, isolated score track, and a couple other things, but really, really good film. These are really recent. This one is one I picked up. I'd gotten a gift card for Christmas, and I was looking for something to spend it on. So lately I've been more into Italian cinema that falls outside of the two things that most people in this country know Italian cinema for, which are the giallos, right? The psychotic killer wearing the black gloves, stalking and killing usually women, and then of course the spaghetti western. Most famously the Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns, but there are a ton of others that were made by directors other than Sergio Leone. So those are the two categories that mostly people know Italian films, those genres. But there's another genre that I've become really fascinated with, which is kind of like these crazy Italian gangster movies. They're kind of like partly gangster movies, but they're really kind of like police procedurals also. So along those lines, I had purchased for a while back from Kino, who has a partner label, Raro Video, a bunch of Italian films that fall into this category. I watched one of them. I haven't watched the others yet. But anyway, the collection I picked up with my gift card is the Fernando Di Leo Italian Crime Collection. It's a box set. It contains 4 films, Caliber 9 from 1972, 102 minutes. The Italian Connection, 1972, runs at 100 minutes. The Boss, 1973, running at 112 minutes. And Disc 4's Rulers of the City, 1976, 96 minutes. The 3 of these 4 contain actors that American audiences would know. Henry Silva is in The Italian Connection. He is also in The Boss, along with Richard Conte, who's in The Boss. And in Rulers of the City stars Jack Palance. So if you're unaware of this, if you're into Italian films and you're unaware of this particular genre, the kind of like gangster / police procedural from the 60s and the 70s, definitely check this stuff out. It's kind of new to me, and I'm really digging these films. And then the final thing I have to share with you is something I got that was on sale. I can't remember what site, but one of the sites was having an Arrow sale. It might have been MVD, was having an Arrow sale, and I wasn't really looking to spend money, but I said, oh, let me go take a look. And I looked, and it had this trilogy. So along with Italian films, I'm a huge fan of Asian films, especially Japanese films. And I had my eyes on this collection for quite some time. Although, to my way of thinking, it was a little cost prohibitive. So when I came across the sale on MDV and I realized that they were selling this trilogy, which I think was MSRP'd at $99. I think, even before the sale, you could have had it cheaper than that, but still, somewhere in the $50 or $60 range. When I came across this on MVD for $19.99 for 3 films, I couldn't pass it up. And that is the Japanese collection known as the Buddhist Trilogy, Akio Jisoji. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I've never seen this. It's not true that I haven't seen any of his work. This director was associated with the Ultraman science fiction series from Japan in the 1960s, which I'm a big fan of. So the 3 films that are collected here are This Transient Life, Mandala, and Poem. Again, these are films that I have never seen. It was a bit of a blind buy. So a little bit about each one of these. This Transient Life is among the Art Theater Guild's most successful and most controversial productions. The film concerns a brother and a sister from a rich family who defy the expectations placed on them. He has little interest in further education or his father's business, instead obsessing over Buddhist statues. She continually refuses a string of suitors and the prospect of marriage. Their closeness and isolation gives way to an incestuous relationship, which in turn breeds disaster. So the subject matter sounds a bit controversial and really interesting, so I'm looking forward to that. The second film is Mandala. This director's first color feature maintained the controversial subject matter, focusing on a cult who recruit through rape and hope to achieve true ecstasy through sexual release. Shot with all of Jisoji's Art Theater Guild works in a radically stylized manner, the film sits somewhere between the Pinku genre and the fiercely experimental approach of his Japanese New Wave contemporaries. So again, nothing I've seen, but it sounds really interesting. And the final entry in the trilogy, Poem, returns to black and white and is centered on the austere existence of a young houseboy who becomes helplessly embroiled in the schemes of 2 brothers, written by Toshiro Ishido, screenwriter of a couple of films that I've never seen. I guess that writer also penned The Transient Life and Mandala. poem continues the trilogy's exploration of faith in a post-industrial world. And there are some special features on here also. So, so that's it. That's a look at some of my more recent purchases. It doesn't reflect everything that I've purchased in recent weeks and months, but I just thought I'd select those as maybe some of the more interesting ones. Once again, my apologies for taking so long to post the video. If you're looking for more content like I posted in the past with some retro reviews, or Pete and I looking at films from the B type science fiction and horror films from the 50s and 60s, we look to be getting back to that in the really near future. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little peek into some of my recent purchases. As always, if you come across this video and you enjoyed the content at all, please give us a like and give us a subscribe, as we're looking to build the channel. So thank you once again, and thank you for joining me at the Late Night Double Feature Picture Show. And until next time, be good.